Hey everyone. Been a bit of a weird day, and I got stuff to do tomorrow, so I figured let's see if we can get out a Spirit Island video. Apparently, I have a game that I'm abandoning. Fair enough. Um, heard any real feedback about what people want to see next. Not surprisingly. So I think what I'm going to do is just go for one of the sixes, one of the adversary sixes, and see if I can beat it or not. Whoops. There has been a patch that did some things. I haven't really looked at it closely. I think it was supposed to show starting lands somehow. Well, one thing it did is it allowed you to... There's now an option... I guess you can't get to it through there. There's now an option apparently to get to play on the thematic map, but have it look like the balanced map for readability, which is nice. I found the 2D classic balanced map to be readable enough, and it does look nice, so I'll probably not use it unless people were having trouble reading it on the videos, but it's a nice option to have. Didn't seem like anything else that I was desperately looking for was coming up, but still nice that it's getting patches and stuff like that. Excuse me. I'm waiting for the Ravage previews and better targeting previews personally, but it's all good. So we're going to face Prussia 6. For a reminder, other than the Stage 2 escalation, which adds villages to lands that don't have them, and the setup that adds an extra village, other than a couple of extra villages here and there, the big deal... Oh, that's sort of cool. I guess this is a patch effect. Now it says what the difficulty is in parentheses next to each thing on the adversary card. That's kind of nice. Oh, and I can click here to set it. Oh, okay. That's nice. That's a nice interface improvement. Good job, Handelabra. Anyway, I'm going to try Prussia 6. It might kill me. Other than a few random chip villages, quote-unquote all, it does is remove every stage 1 card from the deck and start with a 3. So that's exciting. It hasn't come up yet, and I hope it won't, but as a reminder, if this deck, if they want to explore, but there isn't a card left in the deck to explore into, we lose. So, in addition to hitting us with the 2s and 3s from the word go, this also gives us significantly fewer turns in which to actually win the game, so that's exciting. The big defining thing with Prussia 6 especially is that the very first explore is a 3, the 3s being the double land ones. So they explore into 2 different lands at the start, which means you just really want your initial powers to be good. For better or worse, I find the high-level adversaries like this, you really need to pick spirits with some sort of plan. You know, if you're up to Prussia 4 or 5 even, you can probably just sort of pick random spirits and be okay. Shadows flicker like flame probably excluded. But once you get up to the 5 or 6, depending on the adversary, you really just need to be ready for it. Prussia is the most straightforward because it doesn't make any individual thing more dangerous, so that's nice. Any individual building or explorer or anything like that, no extra hit points, no extra damage, but it does have the problem where we get super explored super early, which means having a nice quiet start is just not in the cards. That means we want people who are very effective at controlling early things. Lightning Swift Strike is a pretty good choice. You can get at least 2 lands on turn 1 if you play Raging Storm Shatter Homesteads, which might let you get control during the 2 phase. Generally what you want to do is survive this, ideally without going into Blighted Island, and try to stabilize with the 2s, which are by and large less dangerous than this. The escalation means they're a little bit worse than 1s aren't, but like only getting ravaged in 1 land type is a big difference over getting ravaged in 2, obviously. So you just want to get control enough early on that you can hopefully stabilize somewhat during those. Lightning Swift Strike is reasonable. It can get control of 2 lands early. River Surges in Sunlight, pretty reasonable because it's got all these pushes and things like that. Shadows is bad. Spread of Rampant Green, sadly, probably not reasonable. You can't really do anything useful turn 1. I mean, you can get one village with stem and stem and creepers, which is fine, but like, yeah, it's possible that you can really aggressively use choke the land with green, but the problem is that then if they just explore into, like, then if one of their early explorers is into one of those, if one of their early 2s is into one of the same types of lands, which is, odds are good it will be, it's 2 of the different types of lands, you just sort of end up burning presence to delay, but you don't get to kill anything or anything like that. I don't think this is a great choice. Thunder Speaker, always pretty good. You can manifest plus ambush on turn 1 is possible and generally will take care of 2 problem areas, and then you've got a Words of Warning. So you can get like 3 things over the course of the first play of the hand. That's pretty good. River Surges in Sunlight gets, you probably get Wash Away in this on turn 1, and then you get something else with Flash Floods on turn 2, so you're in a pretty similar boat. That's 3. Vital Strength of the Earth, you can probably get... The problem is, Draw of the Fruitful Earth, it might be that if you teamed up Vital Strength of the Earth specifically with Lightning Swift Strike, you could do some good work, because you can get 2 Explorers with Draw of the Fruitful Earth pretty likely if you make it fast on turn 1. That means you don't get to play Raging Storm and Shatter... Well, you can't play both of these on turn 1 anyway, so you play Shatter Homesteads on turn 2 and at fast, and it's just as good. So, like, then what you're talking about is turn 1, you Raging Storm and Explorer, boon, get 2 Explorers. Then turn 2, you Shatter, Harbinger, but Lightning's only getting 2, it's boosting, getting 2 in the first 2 turns, it's boosting up Vital Strength of the Earth, which is going to get like 2 with this, and then like 1 or maybe 2 with this if you get lucky. You can Year or Guard the Healing Land. Vital Strength of the Earth is... The problem with Vital Strength of the Earth is... Well, I guess maybe Rituals of Destruction could get something good. It's so slow to get going that I really feel like you don't want to face the terrifying efficiency with it. Bringer, you could do Bringer. Who knows? Bringer, anything could happen. You call on Midnight's Dreams and just, like, all bets are off. Ocean is pretty compelling too. Call of the Deeps plus, like, there's going to be in all sorts of areas on turn 1, and so, like, Call of the Deeps plus Swallow or Tidal Boon on turn 1 will get probably 3 or 4 coastal lands, and then Swallow the land, and then Grasping Tide will stop another one. You can probably, yeah, I think Ocean's probably, like, turn 1 you do like this, or this, you get to Call of the Deeps, you'll almost certainly get 2 Explorers with Call of the Deeps no matter what boards you have, like, the double Explorer means you're actually likely to get, you might get 2, you'll definitely get 1, you'll get 1 land with this, or like 1 land with this, and then you'll get another one with this, and then you got 1 on the next turn with this. It's good. I think I'm going to go with Ocean, certainly, and then Ocean River has some appeal just because we haven't seen them together yet, and it's fun pushing things down the river into the ocean, that got that nice water cycle feel going. I think Ocean Thunder Speaker would be pretty reasonable too. Thunder Speaker takes the inside, Ocean takes the coasts, you team up and take everything out. We'll probably see both of those combinations at some point just because I like both of them a fair bit. But I like this water cycle idea. Let's go for this and see if we can handle it. It is definitely possible I will lose this one. I thought it was possible I might lose the England 5-1. But other than that, this is the first one where I've been like, yeah, okay, I could lose this one. So, in terms of explores, where do we want them to explore? Probably, well, there's not going to be anywhere very good for it. I'm going to add a presence here so that I can So I don't know where they're going to explore. If I add a presence here, I can always get a village. That seems good. They get a mountain and a wetland to explore. Makes me wish I'd added a presence to the wetland, but I'll probably just get the explorer with whatever the thing that eats explorers is anyway, so that's fine. Interestingly, this coast is really quiet. Huh. That leaves the option of doing the gambit I did last time with Ocean, where you play this turn one instead of this. The downside is we'll push our presence out of here, so we won't get the ability to we won't get the ability to we won't be able to use Call of the Deeps to get this explorer. The other downside is we wouldn't have presence here, so the river couldn't push anything into the ocean. But I don't think that's likely to come up. We could flash flood this thing and then push what they built into the ocean. What if we did... Well, hold on. We were only going to get... We're basically on either flash flood or wash away. So we know what growth option we're taking with river, I think, because I just still think you're never doing this turn one. I can't imagine a power card is worth getting a second presence onto the board, especially when we get something with each of our tracks. So the question is, do we want to contest this? If we don't want to contest this, it's a pretty straightforward grow here to here. Otherwise, we need to go like here to here to get within range of this. But the problem with that is it gets us within range with flash floods this turn, but leaves us with nothing very obvious to do next turn, and commits us to trying to defend here, because otherwise we'll lose a presence. I mean, we don't have to. We don't care that much about our loose presence that isn't in wetlands, but like it also denies us a wetland place of power here. I think probably the more sensible option is to hope that we can... I mean, the problem is defend 4 is going to be just short of enough here. We could eat this explorer, and then defend 4 would be enough there next turn. We could eat this explorer next turn. We could just not Call of the Deeps this turn. Next turn we could... Call of the Deeps away the explorer, and then defend 4 is enough, and the Dahan burn most of the stuff. It's an interesting idea. If we did that, what we'd be looking at doing is probably giving up on this. And yeah, so we're going to have very similar situations in these two next turn. But if we're only going to defend one of them, this one's the better one because there are Dahan there. The wrinkle with it, of course, is that this one, we could Call of the Deeps here this turn, and then that would set up the situation next turn here where the Grasping Tide is enough to win the fight. As always, of course, I sort of regret placing this here, although not that much because eating a free town is always good. So that would be the... We'd also gain a power card, which could be anything. This one, we double grow into here and get an energy. Then we could... if we do this one, we're not even going to be able to eat all that much. So what about the situation where we go... Let's imagine we do this. And then we don't play this turn. We would get a minor power. This turn we would be committed to playing these two, which... Oh, we don't get an energy. Oh. Right. So we'd be committed basically to playing this one plus the minor we got out of the deck or a deeply questionable Call of the Deeps. The advantage being I mean, the Call of the Deeps would still be fine. We'd pull an explorer, we'd pull this explorer into here. It would still cost us a build at the expense of making this harder, but it wouldn't make this enough harder because we'd be using Swallow the Land Dwellers there, and we'd just eat the explorer in the village. That would leave Explorer Town, which is enough that we could just stop it with Grasping Tide next turn. It would leave us not interfering with this next turn, barring the minor power we get here, but who knows what the minor power we get here will be. Might also give us a minor that's better this turn. Basically, that would leave us covering our shoreline. It would leave us not doing anything about this stuff. But we're not, realistically, nothing in our starting deck can do anything about this stuff, and it's possible that we would get... Yeah. And then for water, we wouldn't be getting Tidal Boon, which is a real loss. We'd grow like here to here. We'd get this with Wash Away and this with our innate power. It'd be fine. And then we'd presumably that would leave us in a pretty questionable position to target anything next turn with Flash Floods, I guess. Though we could grow... Yeah, I mean, I don't love this. I don't love it. I sort of feel like getting Tidal Boon this turn will be good because we have plenty of places where the river pushes will work. And so giving a river another push and 2 energy is probably good. So in that case, what we'd be looking at instead is we'd be looking at this. We'd be putting them both here. And then we'd be using Call of the Deeps. We'd pull both these explorers in here. We'd use Tidal Boon. We do have a target for Ocean Breaks the Shore in this thing here. Yeah, and then so that basically that solves this. That leaves this soluble next turn if we want to. Still need help to get this, but we'll presumably get another power card, and we're not that far away on defense for it. And then what we'd be doing with River would be presumably... So let's see. It might be like this and this, and then we'd wash away this stuff. We'd Tidal Boon this stuff. We'd hit this stuff. It doesn't give us another place of power, but it sets us up to get either of 2 new places of power next turn, or even this one if we double grow, and it doesn't leave our presence under threat. I think I like that. So that's just Wash Away plus any other card. We're currently clearing out everywhere where we have presence, so we're not going to be able to have much of a fight next turn with River's Bounty. There's no urgency to gather the Dahan because there's not any Sweden nonsense happening, so I guess we'll just Boon of Vigor our friend. That seems pretty good. So Call the Deeps into here. Eat the delicious energy. Get some free fear. Get some energy. This might be a major power ocean game. Yeah, this is classic. Oh, interesting. Coastal Lands. Coastal Lands is probably pretty good. I mean, if nothing else, it's going to get this guy killed in the Ravage, which is nice. And you're rarely sad to see Coastal Lands come up with River. The problem is that it means that my initial plan to wash away these people into here to get them closer to the ocean is called somewhat into question because it gets them to Ravage us faster. I should maybe push them into here. Yeah, let's do that. And massive flooding. I guess we want a massive flooding here because then the Explorer will die in the Ravage. I guess it doesn't really matter. So we'll push him into here because it doesn't have a blight, I guess. And then we Tidal Boon our friend. Got some nice energy happening. We'll push them out of here into, this is the only reasonable place. I guess we could concentrate them in here and hope to clear them, but this seems more responsible. And then we'll just eat this, which is nice because they're going to ravage there pretty soon. Okay, so now we could... oh, they're listening to some sort of stuff in the other room. I hope it isn't too disruptive. So we could gain a power card and push a presence from each ocean. I like this because I'd sort of like to be able to defend here, although looking at it now, it's looking a little rough. Maybe I gain a major. Maybe I gain a major. I'm going to gain a major. We got a lot of energy. Let's do it. Lightning Talons. Well, we don't have that much energy. Winds of Rust and Atrophy is great, though. Easy to target for us. Goes to a lot of different places. Yep. Okay. Wins. Easy wins. I guess we're going to have to do a little bit of work to make sure we can target it this turn. So, like, do we want to consider Wrap? Do we want to consider... We don't want to consider Paralyzing Fright. No, I think Winds is good. Winds is going to be great here. It'll be enough defense. Yep. Okay. So we got to get rid of a card. Let's get rid of Tidal Boon. River is generally pretty good on energy. Yeah, okay. Fine. So then we're going to go up this path since we just got a major. We need to make sure we can target Winds of Rust and Atrophy. I guess we'll, since we know we're going to be defending there, we'll do this. That'll mostly clear this out. It'll totally clear. No, it's only 4. It'll mostly clear this out, and then we'll be sort of committed to defending there next turn. And then in terms of pushing these out, we'll hit here because we're not going to get to eat anything anyway because we're not going to have an Earth. But this is going to be easier to defend next turn. And then we play both of these. Oh, darn it. Oh. Well, maybe that just means we eat things. So, unfortunately, the extra Explorer means that the 4 defense is no longer enough here. And it's 1 off being enough here. And, yeah. So now, Grasping Tide doesn't actually do anything. That's unfortunate. But Swallow the Land Dwellers will be good. We'll eat a Dahan, but it'll also turn on Ocean Breaks the Shore. So it'll make our Ravage much better next turn. It does mean we'll get Ravaged here and here. Seems fine. I don't think we're in the business of gaining a power card with River here. It just doesn't feel like... Well, maybe we are. I mean, it might bail us out. I guess we don't have to commit to doing this to... I mean, we can always change it anyway. You know, we're pretty close to being okay here, so, like... I guess we could team up with Flash Floods, actually. We could team up with Flash Floods. If we Flash Floods here, then Grasping Tide would be enough. But I'm not actually sure... Like, this prevents 2 Ravages from being problematic next turn. So, like, we could actually be better off. Although we're going to get... Because there are no Dahan here. Like, we could set up to fight... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we could even potentially River's Bounty, like... We could even use River's Bounty to get a Dahan get this Dahan out of here so it doesn't get eaten by Swallow the Land Dwellers. Yeah, you know, I think we could go for a major for River, though. We could power card Presence. We could, like... So the problem is the natural place to add a Presence at range 2 is here. Then if we don't get a major we want to play this turn, we can't use River's Bounty to evac this guy, which is sort of too bad. That is sort of too bad, but we could also just, I mean, we don't have to place it at range 2. We could just put it here and be okay with that. We could also just decide that, like, ultimately, who cares if we eat this, if we lose this Dahan, we've got a fair number of them. Yeah, I think this makes sense, though, I mean, the flip side is if we double grow this turn, then we get to play 3 cards next turn on the Reclaim and Gain turn. When we have a bunch of energy, that lets us get a major then. But we probably don't care about 3 card plays if we get a major because we can't afford them. Right? Because we go to 5 and then we have like 7. We spend 2 this turn, but if we get a major this turn, we spend a lot more than 2. You know, we also just don't have a... Maybe we get a minor this turn. Because we just don't have a very good... Like, our initial cards are so good. What would we replace with a major? I guess probably Boon of Vigor? We could replace Boon of Vigor. Ocean tends to take care of itself on energy once it starts eating things, and it's definitely going to get a lot to eat this game. Huh. This is a complicated one. But I think... So currently we're getting ravaged here, here, and here, and we're not stopping any of those 3. That doesn't put us into Blighted Island, and in terms of the one that'll get ravaged again next turn, it's just this. We don't have... On this side, we'll have a problem with this next turn. We'll have a pretty significant problem here, although we can wins it again because we'll be reclaiming with the ocean. And then... Although we might have an energy issue with winsing it. And then we'll have a sort of a minor problem here, but we can stop that with Grasping Tide. I'm gonna go for the major. But that gets it delays getting the reclaim 1 so much. I do like the just like classic get up to 3 card plays, then potentially get to the reclaim 1 with the gain add. Though I guess I could do the gain add this turn and then potentially get to the reclaim 1 next turn and be able to play 2 powers, and that could come up. Yeah. I mean, the problem is if we have to do the full reclaim next turn, we end up with just 2 powers and they're not very good. I'm gonna go for the major. We'll see what happens. And we're gonna put it here. I think I don't care enough about evacing this thing. Indomitable Claim. Indomitable Claim is a powerful card. We couldn't play it and Flash Floods this turn. But I think we're okay not defending here this turn. I mean, we could, of course, defend here with Indomitable Claim. We could also just not play it this turn and plan to play it next turn. But Indomitable Claim has the joy that it'll get us our 3rd card play on the reclaim turn anyway. It'll drain us of most of our energy, but we'll get 1 back for using this, and we get 1 for reclaiming. So we might not be able to claim next turn, but we could do other useful things. We could... The problem is none of these other cards stop a Ravage this turn. They do various things, but yeah, none of them stop a Ravage because this doesn't push cities, and cities are the problem. I mean, I guess we could target this place just to prevent the Blight. So we get Infinite Vitality. But if we're going to do that, we might as well claim and get a ramp. The elements on this aren't any better. This continues to be confusing and not do very much for a lot of energy. A lot better with Ocean on the board. A lot better with Ocean on the board. And it's got a water on it. So, like, if we take this, we get to do this, whereas if we take claim, we don't. It's real hard for me to think that Dissolve the Bonds of Kinship over claim is ever going to be right, but I guess it could be. So what would we do then? We would let them build, like, here. The problem is we'd let them build here, and then we could clear all this out. And they'll ravage. They're not... Yeah, they're going to build there, and then we could clear all that out, and they're going to ravage their next turn. Claim is like much better long term, but I don't know that we get a long term against Prussia. And this isn't actually a pretty good Dissolve the Bonds of Kinship turn. Yeah, let's try that. Is that really? I don't know. The problem with claim here is that, like, we actually have enough defense that we're having trouble with the area. We're having trouble having Dahan everywhere we need them, right? Like, we could claim somewhere this turn, but nothing would die. Whereas this will actually get some stuff off the board. Let's try it. This is an experimental game. And then we play these 2. We do get massive flooding, which is definitely nice. Okay. So wins here. That is 6 defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. We get some random fear. Sadly, we don't get to kill everything here, but it's okay. We get a bunch of builds. Jungle Explorer. This is closer to the coast, I guess, so I'll put it there. Put it here. Oh no, they're gonna ravage there. No, they're not gonna ravage there next turn. We'll put it there. Okay. Okay, so now we can't currently Rivers Bounty people out of somewhere where I'm going to swallow the land dwellers. Is that right? Oh, they just didn't build here. Why didn't they build here? Oh, because they ravaged there. I forgot they were going to ravage there and lose that thing. Okay, so let's eat that village. And then, I mean, swallow land dwellers here. We'll lose a Dahan, but we'll also prevent a ravage. There's nowhere else good to target, right? Yep, okay, fair enough. I wish I could have pulled that Dahan out, because we've even got Rivers Bounty up, but whatever. Oh, can I not target that land with Dissolve the Bonds of Kinship? Yep, classic sloppiness. But we can target this one. It's fine. Oh no, that'll lose us a Dahan. Son of a... we could target this one, and we'd be left with just a village, which... Oh, we can push the village with massive flooding. Okay. So I'm interested in how this ability actually works. Oh, I see. In this case, there were exactly 4 adjacent lands, so just pushed one to each one. That makes more sense. Okay. This one will die in the Ravage, which is nice. This one meant we now have a problem here, which is less nice, I guess, but whatever. I want to gain a Dahan and an energy here. Yeah. Yeah, right, that's sort of annoying. We couldn't really have done anything differently to avoid that, though, so we'll just have to, like, use a defense card there. We only have 3 places where a Ravage is going to be bad, so we can probably arrange to do that. So if we want to get at least 2 Dahan into the place we gather, we can't target this. We can target this, this, or this. They're building in jungles. We can't target a jungle. Let's just get it into here. Let's maybe get it into here. I don't know. I don't know that that was right. Okay. So this, and this sort of are problematic Ravage areas, although there's any number of things we could do about with Ocean. We got a Reclaim and Gain here. I guess we could... Well, we've got 5 energy, so reclaiming our defense 6 seems like it's probably a pretty good idea. Yeah, we could grow into... We could even do... We could delay reclaiming by a turn. We could do this. So if we do this, we unlock the... Oh, wait, hold on. So basically, Flash Floods here would solve this. We could double grow into the Reclaim one. That would let us Flash Floods plus, like, Wash Away, which is probably... Wash Away is going to be good at... I mean, it'll clear this out or whatever. Or clear... No, it won't clear this out. Yeah, because we'll take out the village in the Ravage, so it could clear this out. Like, actually push it into the sea. That's appealing. So we'd only play 2 of our 3 possible cards this turn, but that's going to be happening no matter what. We're not going to be able to play 3 cards this turn, but what it would do is give us 3 cards playable next turn when we do the full reclaim. I guess we could play... No. Yeah, I think I like that. So we'll put 1 here because we need Flash Floods targeting. And then we'll put 1 here. We might have trouble defending there. Oh, wait. There's already one there. So we put one here. And then we reclaim either Washaway or River's Bounty. It's got to be Washaway. Washaway is going to be great here. So we flash floods here, and then we use the 2 defense cards from the ocean here. That does commit us to reclaiming, but we don't have any... I think I'm okay with that. We've got pretty good coverage on the land. That'll leave us with a fair number of problematic ravages next turn, but it's going to be bad next turn, actually, because we're going to have, like, ocean issues. I guess the other option is there's no... Yeah, the problem is the jungles are just so far from the coast. I guess, if we don't have to play Winds of Rust and Atrophy this turn, then it is a good way to get inland, because it's 3 from a place of power, so it could be very useful next turn. That would leave us getting probably another major this turn and hoping that it bails out this area, although all that happens if we fail to bail out here is we go into Blighted Island, so like, Oh, but if we have to push this... Oh no, we have to push it from an ocean, we can just push it right into there. That would get us a energy up to 6. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm going up this track because well, hold on. Before we decide what we're doing with the growth options, let's do the sensible thing and see what power we get. The trees and stones speak of war. That would do there. I would clear it out there, actually, which means if we clear it out there, then the push gets to clear out this or this instead, probably this, because we've got... Yeah, that's a nice cascading effect. What are our other options? Power Storm. Power Storm seems worse than Trees and Stones Speak of War. Well, it would get us... Basically, at that point, we'd Power Storm ourselves to play Grasping Tide again, which would gain us... I mean, it would basically be costing us 2 energy. We're unlikely to kick this, which is what's really exciting. Blazing Renewal, nah. Mists of Oblivion's pretty good for the ocean, and like we're definitely positioned to kick it. Though, no, we're not. We have to have a 3rd card play to kick it because we don't get any air off of our tracks. So, I think it's probably Trees and Stones. Trees and Stones seems like a solid pick. And then we'll get rid of... Probably Call of the Deeps at this point. I don't know. We're about to get back into the 3s where it's pretty good. Swallow Land Dweller. No, let's get Call of Deeps. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the downside of that particular plan is that we're... So then Trees and Stones, Grasping Tide... Oh, that still doesn't... Hold on, that still doesn't defend here. Hold up. Let's reconsider. Power Storm doesn't either, though. So we're going to get hit here and go into Blighted Island anyway. That means we maybe just want Mists of Oblivion. What would we do with Mists of Oblivion? Nothing. Yeah, okay, maybe we don't. Maybe we would just want Trees and Stones, and maybe we just play Trees and Stones. I mean, Trees and Stones is a lot better because it clears this out entirely. So, like, maybe we just play Trees and Stones and we don't play Grasping Tide. And then we get, like... Oh, although if we play... No, because we get a... We get an Eat a Village trigger, but there won't be any villages to eat. Well, we could put one here. No, we can't put one there because we're going to get ravaged there and we just lose it. Yeah. Well, but hold on. If we're getting the eat the village trigger anyway, then Grasping Tide is enough there. But we don't get the eat the village trigger unless we get the earth off of trees and stones. Son of a... Well, I guess that means we could trees and stones here. I guess we could flash floods. If we flash floods here, flash floods plus grasping tides will do this, but we don't want to get hit here because we'd lose this presence, which would be bad. This is like so close to just working really well, and it just doesn't quite, which is kind of awkward. I guess we just accept it, and we play trees and stones here. We play Grasping Tide because it turns on Ocean Breaks the Shore. Wait, we could play trees and stones, like, we don't have to play it here, because if we Grasping Tide here, the Dahan will eat this, they'll rebuild it, then we'll eat it with... Oh, but then we have to worry about the Ravage there anyway. It just seems way too... Seems like way too much work. And then that would like let us chip eat this, which seems suspect. No, let's just be... I think we're gonna do this. Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure I'm playing very well tonight. I'm maybe tired. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway. What? Oh, right. It does 1 per Dahan there. Oh, okay. Oh, so this is actually fine, because then we'll burn this with the Dahan, then they'll build another one, and we'll eat it with Ocean Breaks the Shore, and that's fine. Leaves us without anything obvious to do with Grasping Tide, but life goes on. We'll make some pointless defense here and gain some fear. Huh. Unfortunately, this doesn't... We can't get any builds with this, but we can clean up some garbage. Probably just get some villages. Let's get this one because it's on a blight, and this one. Or this one because it's on a presence. Sure, that sounds fine. Okay. So we get that. We get blighted. Land becomes blighted. It's the one where we have to destroy a presence. I think for these spirits that will not be a huge concern. Explore into mountains, making me feel smart for having just removed all that stuff in mountains, so that's nice. Let's put them in non-mountains, I guess. And that means we're not getting a Sans Explorer in the 2s, but of course we're immediately into the 3s, so who cares? So eat that. Then we don't have to worry about this. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess the other thing is that, like, we were gonna wash these away anyway, so like we could have pushed them into here and eaten one of them, so like whatever. Let's just push them into here. We will hopefully gradually eat them with the ocean. Oh, we could, hold on. Oh, massive flooding, can we target? We can't target here with massive flooding, which sucks because it would prevent a ravage. But we can, that's too bad. We could target there with wash away and target there with massive flooding. And then what? We don't have any defenses with this character, so like, yeah, that's not any better. So what we probably do is like send these guys into here and this guy into here, and then use massive flooding to feed this to the ocean because it gives it some energy. Okay. So now the ocean is certainly reclaiming. The question is trees and stones good enough that we want to keep it and get a miner, or do we want to replace trees and stones with a different major. I think we'll keep it because that gives us the potential option to double grow next turn and unlock the third card play and have 5 cards to do it with, which seems important. So we're getting Ravaged in Jungles. This one's okay. This one's okay. We can target this one with Winds of Rust and Atrophy. We can try to get a minor that can target this, or hope that River gets a minor that can target this because it's reclaiming and gaining 2, right? Yeah, it's definitely reclaim gain here. And I think we're on... Well, we're certainly on... We have a good reason to be on a minor for Ocean. Range 2, defend 1 in target land, or if it's Jungles or Sands, defend 4. Range 2, yep, so I can leave this here, I can defend here. That seems like a slam dunk. I guess it depends on... I guess if River gets something to defend there, we could get something that has better elements for us, like Call to Tend, which we could just weave in, or Uncanny Melting, I guess, is slightly better elements for us, and sometime like we could target it here to remove a blight or whatever. So let's decide what we want for River. Probably we want a minor. Yeah, our energy's pretty low. Let's just get a minor. So we didn't get a defend. No, we didn't get a defend. We got Call to Bloodshed, but it's slow. Yeah, okay, so none of these are going to bail us out here. So we'll get Drift because it will, and that seems worth. Call of the Dahan Ways is always a card that I like to have. It has water but not sun, which is a fine situation for us. It doesn't have earth. There's also just Elemental Boon. We share water with, like both Ocean and River really want water. Both of us have some pretty nice leveled up power cards. We are... Yeah, I mean, like, we could repeat this power with an air and a beast element, leaving a third element that we could use for ourselves. This is all 2s to kick it, so we could, by definition, kick this if we got Elemental Boon. Elemental Boon does quite a lot, potentially, here. This... We could kick this with Elemental Boon on the 3-turn play with River's Bounty and have some extra elements left over to give to our friend. I'm liking this Elemental Boon. I'm going to take it. Oh, and we're on the 3, so we could actually... No, we only have 4 energy this turn, so we couldn't do like some sort of Dissolve Elemental Boon Disgusto play this turn. Okay, so... Oh, we have to gather, right. Doesn't matter, I don't think. We'll pull this one in. And then we got to gather into here. We got to gather this one because we need targeting on this. So we're playing these 2 this turn. We just get to play 2, but we're Beast, Air, Water short of repeating this power, which I guess would let us play something other than Drift. What's the benefit of playing something other than Drift? I mean, I guess the sort of obvious benefit is that are we going to have anything to do with Swallow and Ocean? Oh, no. The only way we can repeat Winds of Rust and Atrophy is with this, and we don't need it this turn, so it's not worth wondering about it. We're better off holding this unless we need it, which I guess... So then that means we've got Ravages under control this turn. It'd be nice to have some Dahan here, but there's no way to arrange it. It means we could play these 2. We have Reclaim 1, so we could play these 2 in Elemental Boon. And then the advantage of this is what we'd want to do with Elemental Boon is get ourselves a water. For one water, we could turn on the level 2 of this power, which is extremely good. That extra water plus... And when you have 2 elements to give, which means we could give water, earth... No, we'd need beast. So we could turn on either this, which is worth a fear and replacing a thing with a thing, or turn on this, which is worth... Instead, you can drown a city. We're not going to have any cities to drown. We will have a town to drown here. So I guess we could turn on Winds of Rust and we could level up Winds of Rust and Atrophy and just like get a free level down and some... I mean, there's no reason not to, because we want the higher level Massive Flooding. Yeah, okay. Okay. So we give our friend Elemental Boon. We turn on Winds of Rust and Atrophy 2, which is to say this, and that also turns on this. Yep. I guess we could turn on an extra fear instead, but this is just better than an extra fear. So, I mean, we'll defend 4 here, we'll wins here, and we'll... I mean, I guess we could just wins here again. Yeah, all right. And we got some fear. What were we doing with Flash Floods? Oh, we were just playing it because we wanted the elements. Okay, I guess we can get a build with it. Well, that seems fine. Let's get this build because it's not coastal. We can just block this next turn with yeah, Ocean has both of these covered with cards in hand. Grasping Tide plus Trees and Stones. Trees and Stones, Grasping Tide, done. So we'll get this, and then that leaves us to worry about this, which we don't currently have a way to deal with. And a Cascade would be not so good, but yeah. Oh, right, we have to remove some. I think we can pretty safely get rid of this. It's not allowing any targeting. And then we can get, like, I don't care about this right now, right? Yeah, okay. I don't want to get the one from the ocean because it could cost us a place of power. Each player may push an explorer into a land with more villages and towns than where it came from. We don't really care about preventing builds here because we're just going to, like, eat whatever gets built here anyway. I guess, yeah, I mean, the problem is I don't have... The only way I can stop this with the ocean is to... I'd have to get a targeting solution on it. And the only thing that's going to have that is winds. Could try to get another major with river, but we don't have enough energy. So, like, what's the value here? I guess there's no particular reason not to push this into here. Can we get anything into somewhere where it's going to get ravaged to death this turn? No, not really. Not really. Yeah, I'm inclined to skip here, which seems weird. But I just don't think any of these explorers are very relevant. I mean, most of them are just going to die. Or what they build is going to die and then they're going to die. Yeah, sure. Okay. Like, I'd rather have this guy build because I'm going to eat the thing. I need something to eat anyway. Jungle Sands. That is mixed, I guess. No, it's mostly just bad. Mostly just bad. Neither of them are mountains. I like getting the double ravage because it means, like, you take care of it on the one turn and it stays taken care of. Here, we just filled up all the other places. Yeah, no, that was bad. So, So we got mountain ravages. We don't have any ability to get Dahan into any of them with this. Lovely. We could maybe do some... No, our presence with river is just not very well positioned to use river's bounty effectively. Primarily because they haven't been doing anything in wetlands to speak of. I mean, they definitely will, but, like, doesn't do us any good right now. We could get some Dahan out of here and into here, but that seems like a side grade. We might just make an energy somewhere. Probably we're just going to do that. Yeah, I think we'll just make a Dahan and an energy here. Then we get to do this. So we could leave nothing here but a village, which would mean if we do the gain and add and get a miner, we're really likely to get something that takes care of it. I sort of like that idea. We could also gain and add and get a major and have a similar chance. The problem is I guess we'd push him into here. The other option is we could blow up this house or this house, which would prevent builds. And now we're onto the double explorers, which sucks, admittedly, like a lot. But we just don't have like anything to do about this. So let's massive flooding this. Take that out. We presumably push the rest this way because maybe we'll someday get them to the ocean, although I'm a little skeptical. But so over here, where are we getting ravaged this turn? Mountains? So nowhere. So let's start with this. I think we're gain add. It's not really doing much, but it's keeping up with the Blighted Island thing. Where do I want to get? Where would I want to gather Dahan? We're probably going to, yeah, I'm going to put it here. We're probably going to end up defending here because it's already blighted. And like, if we have to gather Dahan, if we end up gathering Dahan, that'll be a good place for it. Minor or major? Dissolve the Bonds of Kinship gets a lot better if it's kicked. And we could kick it with Elemental Boon. My concern with it is... Yeah, I mean, we could kick it this turn with Elemental Boon. No, we couldn't. We don't have enough energy. That our energy is low makes me inclined to get a miner. I'm going to get a miner. Well, this all sucks, right? And somehow none of this solves the problem. That is really sucky. How does none of this work? Oh, well. Wait, hold on. Did any of it do damage? Can we... Nope. We can't team any of it up with Flash Floods. I mean, a bunch of it does damage, but it's all it's slow. Oosh. Sucks. It has better elements, so I'll take that. Let's think about that. Where's our... There we go. What's the... Then over here, we could reclaim, but that seems terrible because we're losing presence, and that doesn't get us presence, and we've got plenty of card plays. You know, we could get Cascade Blighted out of here into here, and it wouldn't be a disaster if it allowed us to do sweet things this turn. We could do this, but I'm inclined, I think, like, I've got good cards to play this turn, right? I just do this, keep up with the presence loss. They're building in jungles and sands, which means actually, no, I think I need to do this. Oh, and this could gain us a power card. I'd be pretty okay with replacing trees and stones with a major here, or like drift would be a fine one. Let's do this. the reason that... What? Why do I have to reclaim it now? I don't have to. Why can't I do... Really? Oh, hold on then. Then I'm not gonna commit to this if you're gonna make me do that before I do... I want to do this. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. I want to do this. So the reason for this is I don't have any presence in jungles or sands, which means I can't eat anything that they build, which seems awful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make... I guess we sort of want to fight here. I'm worried that I'm losing so much presence on this side of the board. I guess I've got the 2, so that's okay. Yeah, okay. The other question is, do I want to go towards more card plays? I think the Earth Element is likely to do something this turn. I'll put this here. That way I can eat stuff in various places. I'll get another major. None of these are gonna bail us out here. It's really impressive how we didn't get bailed out here at all. But various of these are actually, none of these even have good elements. Ugh. Ugh. This is a bad hit. I might just remove whatever the heck it is. I might just remove whatever I take here, which feels bad. I guess the Jungle Hungers is like a respectable card here. I only have 2 card plays, but I have a moon out of here. So like I could play Jungle Hungers plus Trees and Stones, and then if I get Elemental Booned, then I get to get the full Jungle Hungers. Full Jungle Hungers would destroy everything here. Destroy everything here has some... well, yeah, no, it would, even after the build, it would destroy everything there. Okay, you got me. I'll get rid of Drift Down. Trees and Stones Speak of War is questionable at this juncture because, I mean, I guess I can use it here to clear some stuff out. Potentially do some Ravage control. I don't currently get to swallow anything, but if I get a water off of the thing, and then we just take whatever it is, we take this, and then we get back Elemental Boon, and then we play Boon, wash away this. It's a good thing we don't have very many problematic lands this turn, because we're stinking it up. The fact that we can't get Defend 2 into this land after getting 2 new cards is just offensive. Yeah, there wasn't even a fast way to move Dahan into there, and it's not, yeah, no, okay, but we can't. So then we give Plant here to kick the Jungle Hungers. We'd get a Sun, which would turn on our power, and then we could give a Water, which would turn on this thing. Yeah, okay, I mean, this is bad, but it's like not the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. So we want a Water, we want a Sun, and we want a Moon to turn on the Jungle Hungers. So this is now kicked. Is this kicked? This is kicked. Oh wait, haha! Kicked Trees and Stones Speak of War actually does solve this and kill the thing to boot. Isn't that pleasant? We had it all along. Just had it all along. What is our particular... So we aren't gonna need to eat anything here because we're gonna hit it all with the Jungle Hungers, which this will allow. Yeah, so we can get rid of that. And then for... I think this is not really allowing a lot of targeting. It's allowing targeting of this, which we might want. I guess this isn't. This is allowing place of power targeting of this, which we might want. Are we going to grow next turn? We could. We could do the grow, gain, reclaim again. Reclaim 1 again, and we probably will, although our energy is so bad. But we'll unlock a 3rd energy. Yeah, let's get this one. Guess the other option is this one, actually. Actually, this one's better. The only thing it's allowing targeting of is this. Yeah, okay. See, we had it all along. It was sort of embarrassing. Oh, well. Yeah, this is... Yeah, these level 3s are rough. We could lose this one. I'll probably post it either way. I guess there was a fair bit of background noise that might be annoying, but people like seeing the games, and I'm going to bother recording it. I might as well put it up. Better than not. Okay, so let's kick the jungle hungers here. Wait, what? Did I not? Son of a... I needed to give a green too. And we went back through and explore. I mean, it's fine. We can defend, but... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I turned on this. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but... 2 damage, or wash away 2 damage, or remove a blight. Where do we have solutions? So we're ravaging sands and jungles. Let's get. We can get rid of this. And we got a wash away. We could wash away, and we've got a massive flooding. So there's a lot of stuff we could do. They still haven't done anything in wetlands, but I don't necessarily want to set myself up to just get apocalypsed in wetlands when they do. My failure to move Dahan. Though this does move Dahan. That was clutch, but I think I'm still in sort of bad shape this game. Oh, we're getting ravaged in sands. We could push a bunch of stuff out of here into the ocean and give ocean some energy. That seems like it's probably a good idea. And then we can... Oh, we can't target this with massive flooding. So maybe that's not worth it. Maybe we can... Oh, no, we can't target this with anything. Okay, well, that makes it easier. So in that case, we'll wash away here. And we'll massive flooding... This is going to be a hell of a ravage, is what I'm seeing here. Although most of the lands that are getting ravaged at least aren't already blighted. We'd really like to clear sands, and we're really not positioned to do that because of the way the Dahan are placed. So that's nice. Can I feed anything to the... Oh, I guess we'll cut off a build if we feed this to the ocean and, you know, feed it to the ocean, so that's good. Okay. We could do this again. We could do this again. We could also reclaim. One way or another, we need to... I sort of like doing this again. I'm now regretting not getting the third card play faster, because we're not going to get a third card play when we reclaim either. I'm just going to cycle through majors like in a weird way. Maybe we'll get Rap. That would be good. Ooh. This could leave us in trouble here. Hold on. Before we commit to that, let's see what the river's going to do. We still don't have... We're still bereft of useful things here. We don't have targeting solutions on this to speak of. We want to put someone, say, here. So we could presence gain power, but we've now gotten to the point where the reclaim... No, we'd still get to play 3 cards. And we get another energy. Well, no, the problem is in order to play 3 cards, we'd have to play this, which we can't afford unless all of our things are zeros. This is sort of sucking up the joint. I guess we get an energy from this, too. The problem is that we don't... You know what? I'm going to reclaim, and I'm going to get a major, and I'm hoping... Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to reclaim and get a minor. I think I should have kept... The energy economy on this character is not actually working as well as I'd expected and hoped. I think I should have kept the energy booster on the ocean, although with only 2 card plays, I think I should have these 2 unlocked instead of these 2. My energy's been fine because I've been eating so much stuff, so like I could be getting a 3rd card play, and then if I'd kept the energy gain card, well, bygones. I think the problem is we're just going to get tempoed out on this one because we're not very close to winning on anything except fear, and we're not close to winning on fear, which is a bad combo. It has seriously hurt us that we haven't gotten any wetland ravages because we've been most well set up to win those with Dahan because of the way the river, the Dahan dating service card works, River's Bounty. Anyway, enough of my whining. So, Grasping Tide would save us here, which is good because it'd be embarrassing to lose here. In order to prevent this, we'd have to reclaim and gain with the ocean, which is theoretically okay, but problematic because we're losing presence. There are only 6 cards left in the major deck. Vigor is one of them. Rap is not. Vigor would be good. Vigor would be very good. Vigor would be very good here. Vigor would be very good here. We're gonna try to get Vigor. We're gonna try to get Vigor. Boom. Okay. I think having said that we were gonna try to get Vigor, we've now just got to take Vigor. We'll replace this with it. We'll play Vigor here. It'll deal 4 damage, which is not quite enough. Huh. Maybe Vigor won't be as good as I thought. I mean, we could play Vigor here. Can we kick it? What does it take to kick Vigor? 3 Sun, 2 Beast? Yeah, we could do that. We could do that very easily. That'd be like Vigor plus this, and then all we need to get from it is a Sun, which means we could give some energy to our friend. We could chain Vigor, but it might not be very useful. We could like Vigor here, chain it into here, which would take some stuff out, but well, whatever. So that would be Vigor, River's Bounty, Elemental Boon. We'd give ourselves a Sun and a Water, but that would only turn on that, which is fine. Because we're going to want to get a Water here anyway. Let's say we reclaimed. We wouldn't be able to target this anyway with... Oh no, we could pull this in, keeping our plays of power. Then we could target this with the defense 6. And would Trees and Stones be good enough here? We only get 2 cards, so that would be giving up on this. Son of a... I mean, we're going to take a lot of Blight here, more or less no matter what. What we'd like to do is preserve our presence. I guess one advantage of reclaiming with the ocean actually is that we just get to pull this presence back into the ocean, and then we don't care nearly as much what happens here, though we do have some Dahan here. We can just let this die. We also don't, we can just not care about kicking Vigor of the Breaking Dawn. Because, like, it's good here because it like kills these guys or whatever, but I guess the advantage of kicking it is that we could then like prevent a build here. We could move them into here and prevent a build. Okay, I could see that. Clearing out sands is so much better than clearing out other things here, but I don't see a very good way to do it without giving up on seriously a lot of other stuff. Though, that said, this is actually a place where we'd be okay with a Ravage happening. If we're going to get blighted somewhere, this isn't such a bad place. We'd lose 1 Dahan, but we'd kill this guy. Okay, so we Vigor here. We do 4 damage. That kills this stuff. And then we don't need a kicked vigor. What we do is we team it up with some sort of defense card from this spirit, or we just pull this out and we let the remaining Dahan trade with the 2 explorers, and then we get blighted. So blight. I mean, we have 10 blight to give, so we'd be nowhere near dying. We'd also be. We do have a fear card coming, and a fear card that got rid of 1 explorer would make that trivial. So, whereas getting cascaded here sort of sucks. Yeah, okay, I could see that. So this is actually good for us. This is the only place that's good for us. So then the joy of that is that we could play like Wash Away, which is always going to be good. God, I wish our energy didn't suck so much. It's rough. It's rough. Is what it is. Okay, and so then over here, let's see. So what if we did... We can't afford to do present energy, but what if we did this? We accept that this might go away. We get another presence onto the board, getting us towards our 3rd card play. We get a new power card. We get a minor that could maybe bail us out here, or we get a major. No, we get a major. We get a major. We don't know anything about it because there are only 2 cards left, so it could be anything, but could be anything is good. It means it could be like Wrap. Wrap would be only okay here, but like it's always good. I mean, it's just like defend 5 wherever you want and maybe move some Dahan, like we drop this guy, airdrop this guy into somewhere or other. I'll admit defend 5 does not look good, but I mean, we could also get like Lightning Talons, which we couldn't really afford to play with Grasping Tide, but yeah. We could get a pretty good slow. A good slow would be nice here. We could just replace Jungle Hungers or Trees and Stones. I'm going to do that. We're going to put this... Going to get our place of power back here. Or no, we want a place of power here. In case... Yeah. Okay. Accelerated Rot only targets jungles and wetlands. Tsunami. Tsunami prevents us from using Grasping Tide here, and so gets like a Blight Cascade into here, which takes out a presence, or into here, which takes out a presence. That seems terrible. This, we don't want a Blight Cascade into here because it's definitely getting blighted. Yuck. Yuck. These cards suck. I mean, it could just be that there aren't a lot of cards that are very good right now because we need more help than the cards can give. I mean, 2 fear and 8 damage. But where do we want to target with it? Nowhere. It's so awkward that this can only target places that we aren't having problems. I mean, we could just do this. You know, okay, sure. Sure. Fine. We're not kicking it. We're nowhere near kicking it. But, like, and I don't think the targeting is going to matter. So, okay. But, I mean, I guess, whatever. We're going to see what happens here. I think we're going to lose this one, but that's okay. I do think, I don't know, I'm tired today. I was like, oh, I'll play some Spirit Island because I want some distraction, which is good. But it turns out when you're tired, you don't play so well, but that's okay. Hold on. Would we rather get... No, getting Blight Cascaded there, the problem is there's nowhere good to put it, so we would really rather not. So let's not. And then we're going to hope the Fear card bails us out here, which I think is pretty reasonable as expectations go. I mean, it's 2 level 2 Fear cards. And then I think we each want to gain a minor here, just because... Yeah. Defend 6, you say. Now, our friend gets to get one of the powers we didn't take, so we could think about taking something else here. Like, we could take this, and then leave this for the ocean because we sort of care more about the Earth on the ocean. I don't think it really matters. No, we have more card plays here, so we'll take it here. And then the rest of these just sort of suck. I mean, I guess the elements on this are pretty good, so fine. Okay, now we each have to remove a presence. The problem is now we're not going to be able to maintain our place of power here when we reclaim. Oh, unless we remove one over here. I'm going to lose this one anyway, assuming the fear card doesn't bail us out, so I'm just going to sort of accept that. We don't lose any sands targeting if we lose this, so we'll lose this. Okay, well, fair enough. That was really bad. I mean, everyone is now doomed, so whatever, fine. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I mean, that picks off a lot of random explorers. We're still getting walloped. Okay, what the heck? There's been one wetland in this entire deck so far. That's incredible. Well, what can you do? Okay. Guess this is the only place to eat anything, so we'll eat it. Mountains and sands ravage. We'd really like to not get ravaged in these places where we're already blighted. But if we're gonna fight, we sort of want to fight here because they're Dahan. We need to get some of these people off the board. Oh, we can't River's Bounty into there because we don't have presence. Yep, this is getting rough. I mean, we can Vigor or whatever. Vigor would be good here. We could kick Vigor there, probably. Yeah, we could kick... what is it? Yeah, we could kick Vigor there. We'd have to play, like, Flash Floods plus Elemental Boon, which would be fine. Is there any way where we'll prevent a ravage by just moving a village? No, which means we'll just shove this into the ocean to give us a energy to our friend. River's Bounty, we definitely need to get an energy from. There's not really anywhere. Yeah, our presence is so... We're down to 4 presence on the board. I guess we could come into here. We could come into here. Oh, and actually that would be great because that would do... That kills this guy in the Ravage and prevents his build. I guess we'll wash away this into the only place we can wash it away is various wetlands. So we'll wash it away into here where we have a bunch of Dahan. Okay. Can we live through this turn? An interesting question. I have not yet given up on this game, but it's definitely going to be hard. Ugh. The problem is I really need to get Blazing Renewal with the ocean, something fierce, because we're having to get a new power every turn. Well, I guess, hold on. How much do we really need the ocean to do this turn? I mean, how much can the ocean do this turn? A lot if we reclaim, otherwise not so much. If we reclaim, we pull this in and we pull this in. That gives us targeting on this. Well, let's think about... So, Nature's Resilience, Defend 6 is good here. So it's Mountains and Sands. We've got this as a problem, but we could solve it with Steam Vents. For once, Steam Vents does something. Curious. So problems. This. Only 5. I realize that might sound sarcastic, but it's actually not. Now, the problem is this and this both are going to Blight Cascade, and this. So we're actually looking at, like, well, so this we can solve. This we can solve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, we have to solve at least one other thing or we die. So there's that. Yep. Now, vigor. Yeah, okay. So vigor, in fact, solves this. And then we defend. We get vigor back. We can only play vigor, though. Ooh, if we could play one other thing, but... Oh, Jesus. So... Oh, we could double presence. We could double presence. Then, okay. So we double presence. Let's imagine a universe. What's the range on vigor? 2. Okay. Let's imagine a universe where we double presence. I like imagining this universe already because it gets more of our presence back onto the board, which we desperately need. We do probably like... I guess we don't have targeting on... I guess we could put it... It's dangerous. We could put it here. And we have to remove one every turn anyway. So then we get back vigor. Then our play is vigor plus this and this. Means we don't get to kick vigor because we can't get the 3 sun. We could not play this. We could play this instead. Anyway, we nature's resilience somewhere, like here or here. I guess we've got an okay blight cascade here into here, whereas we don't want to cascade out of here, so we'd do here. So we'd vigor here, we'd defend 6 here, we'd steam vent here, we'd take a cascade out of this, which would be bad, although if we remove this first, it doesn't matter, we gotta remove something anyway. So, yep, so we go into there, fine, and then we'd cascade out of here into here, we'd take 4 total blight. That's pretty reasonable, and then we could pick one back up with this, or we could play this to help the ocean. The payoff for all this is ocean gets to double grow, which means we get a 3rd card play. Oh, although we get a 3rd card play if we grow with this, too. We finally got our 3rd card play. But we get to double grow, which just means we have more presence on the board, which I'm sort of worried about, and I think we're going to have to reclaim eventually, and then we potentially just lose too much presence. How true is that? We play steam vents, we play drown, and we play a random major because we don't care about entwined power, so we get a major to replace entwined power with. Yeah, okay. Deal. Twist my arm. I guess that removes our free cascade, but hilariously we can cascade into the ocean. Yeah, we can cascade into the ocean. Okay. Paralyzing Fright or Power Storm. Power Storm's really good here. I didn't have anything obvious to do with it, and it feeds some energy to our friend who badly needs it. Yeah, let's do Power Storm, and we'll remove Entwined Power. We could kick it, right? 2 fire, 2 sun, 3 air. So elemental boon. Wow. Wait, I think this is going to be really good. I think this is actually going to be really good, because now we can kick Power Storm on. We can get kicked Power Storm on our friend, which can repeat Nature's Resilience, which is just pure gravy, and Elemental Boon. Repeating Elemental Boon would let us kick Vigor, which would be good. I mean, we can do something good with a kicked Vigor. If nothing else, we can prevent a build here. Yeah, I'm going to try this, and we're going to see what happens, and hopefully it's going to be sweet. I think it is, because we are very close to getting just like all of our powers of various kinds kicked, except not so much here because we have no water. But whatever. So we start with Elemental Boon. We want to kick Power Storm, which requires an additional sun and an additional air. And then we get a water. And then Power Storm is kicked. So we might as well use this first because sometimes it gets finicky. So we're going to Nature's Resilience here. Power Storm. Steam Vents. So we could repeat. Oh, we haven't used Vigor yet. Let's use Vigor. Maybe we should use Vigor. Well, whatever. Wait. We want to kick Vigor. In order to kick Vigor, we need a third sun. So currently we're on this. One moon would get us another fear. We can't get the third moon, so that's fine. Second water would be really good. It would get us massive flooding. So... Oh, I could have destroyed a village with this, but I didn't actually want to. Okay, let's get a water, turn on massive flooding. Let's get a sun, turn on vigor. And I don't think we care about anything else, so we'll get a moon for an extra fear. That seems good. So then we vigor here. And we push him into here to cut off the build. Or push him into here to cut off the build, or we massive flooding to no, we're gonna have plenty of massive flooding. Let's just cut off a build, do the disciplined play, and then we'll also defend here, which will prevent that blight cascade that we didn't want to deal with. And then we'll make some fear. That was good. That was legit good. That was legit good. Doesn't look to me like we're gonna want to target this, so we'll get rid of this one, and then just get rid of this. Oh, it's choose where we get ravaged. Whatever. We'll go here. I guess they. Oh, because if we're gonna have a cascade, then maybe we want to like do the ordering so that we don't get cascaded in so many places. Okay. Oh yeah, sure. Okay. 2, 3. We only got 3 builds there. That's good. Now we're finally doing stuff in wetlands now that it's late enough to be scary. And this is the last... Yeah, this is the problem. We're actually going to... See, this will be a learning experience. We're going to die to this. We're going to die to this. I think it's just like... We're not going to run out the fear deck. Can we get every structure this turn? Seems real unlikely. Also, kicking this up didn't do any good because we don't have any good targeting solutions for it. Like, we just can't go anywhere we care about. Oh, well. So, mountain and jungle are the ravage. We don't have to worry about the builds because we're gonna die. Geez, it's gonna be really hard to clear out all these buildings. Like, really hard. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. But let's see what we can do. So what we want to do is consolidate, I guess, a building into here in the hopes that we can blow up more stuff if we get some big blow up stuff. So we're not going to die to the ravages. In fact, the ravages aren't even bad. Like, we'd take 2 blight here, we'd cascade into here, 1, 2. We'd like to be able to get Dahan here to win if we could, just because we want to get rid of the building. But, like, this turn, I think what we're talking about is we just want to kill all the things we can, but it's not going to be enough. It's just not going to be enough. I'm pretty sure we lose if they can't explore rather than when it reaches the end of the track. But, yeah. So basically, what we want to do is we want to... Here we don't have a lot of energy. Vigor is probably going to be our best bet. Maybe we try to get a miner that can set up for it, because we currently don't have any good Dahan positioning. By which I mean no good Dahan positioning. We have like nowhere where there are both Dahan and buildings. Damn. Here we're just going to reclaim and gain. We got nothing else to do. We're definitely going to get a major. Talons of Lightning? Cleansing Floods? Cleansing Floods we could kick. Prevents us from doing a sick Power Storm play. But, I mean, what can you do? I'm going to have 7, so we could definitely kick Cleansing Floods. But it has to target any land within range 1 of a wetland, so we could do it here. That'd be very good. It's not good enough, but it's good. Yeah, okay. We'll do that. That'll be fun. We got to gather one of these into here. No big deal. We'll gather this into here and preserve the place of power, although I think it doesn't really matter. We just got to play stuff with water on it and stuff that lets us eat stuff because we need to eat stuff. I guess we'll play this because we can afford to and the fear's good. And then we're in air. I guess we're unlikely to have great targets for that, and this will turn on 2 fear, which we might need. I mean, we're basically leaning really heavily on fear effects here. So what are we doing here? If we reclaim and gain, we get +1 energy. We could also get +1 energy with a double spread, but that just gets us up to 6. I think I like reclaim and gain. That gets us up to 6 as well. We get vigor and like hope to get... What would be good? Vigor Rap would be good, but the problem is the only ones that are playable with vigor are Rap and Vitality. Rap would get into here, which would kill a village. The Ravages are just wrong for building in, and Vitality wouldn't do anything, so only Rap would do something. Which means we're maybe just better off with Flash Floods, though there's nothing very good for Flash Floods to do either. Maybe we're better off with a Miner. We could Presence Miner, unlock a 4th card play, but we can't possibly play... Well, we could play... we would have 5 energy, 1, 2, 3, so we could play... I mean, this doesn't do anything. We probably... I think I want to reclaim and gain because we probably want to have Nature's Resilience as an option, though we don't really need it for the Grasping Tide stuff, but we could get... We're 1 air, 1 moon short, so it would get us 2 extra fear. Yeah, whatever. We're going to do that, and then we're just going to get a Miner. I don't think any of these are things we want, but this has sun and water, which maybe comes up, so sure. I guess it would let us Cleansing Floods into, like, here instead, which, fine. I guess we're going to Blight Cascade out of here into here, which will cost us a presence, but, oh, wait. It's range 1. Oh, no, we have to target from here, or I guess the ocean always counts, so, like, with +2 we could hit here. I mean... Geez, I guess we'll cascade into, like, here. Yeah, we'll lose a presence, but that's fine. We'll just stack them both. Doesn't matter anyway. The game is over. And then over here, we just want to get, like, as much fear as we can. Is Vigor even good this turn? Where would we target? Here, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, I suddenly don't love this. I mean, I guess we'd kill this building, and then if we kicked it, we could kill another building. That would get 2 buildings. Ish. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, so we could actually avoid the Blight Cascade, which I guess we might as well. So, like, Vigor here. Resilience here, but we need... Wait, can we get a kicked Vigor? We can't get a kicked Vigor. Plus Nature's Resilience. Ugh, because we only have 3 card plays. Yeesh. Okay, well, kicked Vigor, we need to play something else with Sun. So like this. And we still get cascaded here, but who cares? Yeah, sure. Where did we kick Vigor? I guess we kick Vigor here, and then we get to do 4 into here, and that's like fine. And then we can gang up another one, and we can kill this and do 1 to this, and then, yeah, okay. Okay, fair enough. What is Steam Vents doing in this scenario? Oh, it's turning on more fear. Okay. Okay, so I need a 3rd Sun for Elemental Boon. And then if we get an air and a moon, we get this. I guess the other option was to get a water for this, but that doesn't really do anything. We'd need 2. Yeah, okay. So Vigor is now kicked, right? Oh no, we need a red. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe that means Flash Floods is less good than something that just gives the stupid red and a blue and a yellow. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So Elemental Boon here. I don't really know why I'm bothering to play this one right, because I'm pretty sure we just can't win, but we'll see. So we're not going to do any better than just leveling this up, right? Yeah, so we add a push isn't better. So we add a moon and an air, and we get all this. It'll be a miracle if we can win this game, and I think we are out of the business of miracles. But you know, whatever. This doesn't do anything anywhere. Let's just make some fear. This doesn't do anything anywhere at all. Vigor here. Push him into here. If we had 1 more turn, I think we could actually win this game. Maybe not, but I don't think it matters. Wait, hold on. We're gonna lose 1 on here, so let's just lose. Let's just lose this. And then it's not worth the level of thought. Okay. 2 explorers or 1 village from a land with Dahan. Sure. We only get 1 fear card even. Jeez. Yeah, this one's just over. Well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Maybe I'm wrong about the Explore deck. I don't think I am, but it's been a long time since it's come up, so whatever. We might as well see. Sure. Ouch. Oh. Never mind. What happened? I thought I counted the Blight. Well, whatever. I lost anyway. I'm pretty sure I was going to lose to the Explore deck there, but I'm sort of sad that I didn't find out, though I could always just look it up. Anyway, there's that one. I don't know whether that wasn't a very good team or whether I just messed it up. I certainly got... What can we see on the details? Nothing really. I wish it had like a civilization type Oh, yeah, whatever. I wish it had like a civilization type overview where you could see turn by turn what happened. That would be sort of interesting. Of course, in this case, I videoed it, so I could just go back and look at my video, which, meh. Anyway, for that one, it certainly hurt us that we had these strongholds in wetlands that we didn't get ravaged in until, except once, until the very end. I don't ultimately know how much difference that really made. I feel like I had a lot of choices there, and I made some of them poorly. I think getting a third card play for Ocean earlier would have made sense. I think I went a little too heavily into majors, although it's easy to say that in retrospect when I didn't get very many good ones. But I think that maybe was a game where I should have leaned more on the Dahan when I got that early defense 6 on the Ocean. Having a better ability to move Dahan around with River to places where I didn't have presence would have been a really good idea. I also think I was probably too cowardly with placing the river presences early. I think I should have been more aggressively placing them into hotspots, because the way it works is that with that gather, you want river presence where you're going to be fighting, and I was like trying to keep it safe, and that didn't end up working out very well. I don't know. I'll probably review the video at some point and see if I can figure out what went wrong with that one, because it certainly felt like that adversary wasn't unbeatable with that team, but I also feel like I feel like maybe I messed it up. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Anyway, I will put this one up, even though it was a defeat, just so that people can check it out. I think there's still interesting stuff going on. If anyone has strong feelings about better lines, I'd be happy to hear it. Thanks for watching.